I'm really sorry not to be able to welcome you here today for our open house for Sustainable House Day, but at least I can show you some videos and some photos of it. Come around and have a look at the back here. As you can see, we're in a high bushfire risk area. In the beginning of this year, we had a bit of an epic start just before Christmas when the fires came across the valley, and we were very grateful to the fire crews who managed to save our house, even though we lost quite a lot of bush fire. So the house is made of straw bale, timber from the site, cob from the site, which is the earth and clay from the site, rocks that were excavated, recycled tyres from the local garage, and recycled concrete from the local council. I'll tell you more about the building process as I go through the slideshow.
So this is an aerial photo of the house. I designed it. It took about 2 years for the design and the plans to be approved by the council, and then about 2 years to build it. We owner built, and we had a wonderful team of craftspeople helping us as well. My brief was I wanted it to be sustainable, energy efficient, made of natural materials as much as possible, and to be a fun family home, which it's certainly proving to be. So the site was heavily timbered with pine trees and Eucalyptus oreades, which we felled, and we had them milled on site, and all the timber has gone into the framing of the house with any leftovers in the firewood pile and mulching for the garden. The excavation needed a retaining wall, so we made that from recycled tyres from the local garage rammed with earth, and the load-bearing wall to hold up the suspended slab upstairs was also made of the car tyres, and some of those were filled with concrete and reinforcing, and the rest were just filled with the site soil. The in-situ concrete walls were poured in formwork, built up overnight, and that in-situ concrete is made from the soil, recycled crushed concrete from the council, and cement. The straw bales, that was the most fun bit. They're actually just insulation. The timber is the load-bearing framework for the roof. So the walls end up as about 500 mil thick. And they're finished off with a cob render. Cob is the site soil, which has a good clay content, mixed with chopped up straw, mixed in a cement mixer, and many, many wheelbarrows full of it. And then finished off with a lime render inside and out. And the ceiling is insulated with spray foam. So the energy efficiency is based on solar passive design. We don't use gas, we're all electric. We have 5 kilowatt solar panels, and we have a heat pump for the hot water and 2 heat pumps for the underfloor heating. And we're grid connected, so we sell back to the grid the excess, and we're energy neutral over the year. So what we sell back is almost equal to what we buy in. The external render had sandstone coloured oxide in it and gives this beautiful textured rendered finish. And again, some more of my curves, the curved roof and the gutter, which was quite hard to fix, and the rounded walls of the straw bale. The pizza oven is also made of cob, and it's also lined with alpaca wool rendering inside. The cob wall inside behind the fireplace is really heavy, dense material, so it's thermal mass, which means that the heat from the fireplace gets absorbed by the wall, and it gives it off during the night rather. So it regulates the temperature inside. And here you can see the low winter sun coming in underneath the eaves and falling onto the concrete floor, which has the same effect. So this is solar passive design working in winter. The other end of the main lounge room is kitchen and dining room. You can see the ceiling fan. So up at the ridge beam level, ventilation goes right through the house, and in the summer we open clerestory windows, which are high windows, the other end, which vents out the hot air at night. My curved corridor has a cob wall on the right with glass bricks at the top to let some light through, and the ceiling is actually the underside of the timber floorboards of the loft above, which is black butt timber. And the curved shape gives some privacy to the bedrooms at the end of the hallway. Here's the loft above one of the second lounge room, and the distinctive wide window sills of the Strawbale walls are a great feature in here. The loft is a really fun space. We use it for sleepovers and yoga and just as a general spare room. It's got some great shapes and renders in that as well. And you can see the clerestory window at the far end, which is part of that ventilation system. In Strawbale House, it's traditional to have a little window to show through to this straw and what it's really made of. We made ours as a little nook with a glass shelf over it. And another fun feature was the sleeping loft above my son's bedroom, which was only accessible by a ladder. The stairs down to the lower level aligned with another natural render, Marrakesh, with black oxide in this case. And downstairs, the back wall is that tire wall that you saw in the build process, now rendered and beautifully smooth with lime render. And this bedroom faces north and out to the garden, so it's a really warm bedroom. Downstairs, we've also got a games room, and again, there's the pizza oven looking out over the alpaca paddock. So the house has been through some quite extreme conditions. We have snow and frost up here. We're at 1,100 meters at the top of the Blue Mountains, but it performs really well. It's toasty warm in the winter with the thermal mass and the underfloor heating. It works really well. And in the summer, you close the windows, which is a bit counterintuitive, but you keep the heat out and the insulation keeps the inside cool. And at night, you open the clerestory, the high windows, and vent out any warm air that's in the house. And it's never got above about 27 degrees inside, even when it's been well over 30 degrees outside. And here's a final picture of our rather epic Christmas Eve last year with the fire crews helping us save our house, for which, as I say, we're very grateful. But it was a good reminder of why we designed and built the house carefully to the BAL rating. And yeah, that's integral to a lot of the design now. Thank you for visiting our house. Enjoy the rest of your sustainable house day.